Hi everyone, this is my nightly update. Today is Thursday, June 3rd. This is officially day 7. Today was a bit of a harder day. I did a video earlier showing them changing my my PICC line, and that one was graphic. This one won't have that, but I will talk a little bit about what I had done today. I didn't sleep well just because of timing. I generally don't sleep well in general. Being in the hospital, don't sleep well. But I ended up, they try and do I'll take a sleeping pill around 9 or 10. And then when they come in at 11 or 12, I'm usually right back to sleep. And then they wait till between the 4 and 6, more like 6 o'clock, and I can get a good night in there. Well, I happened to wake up at 5 minutes to 4 to go to the bathroom because I got so much fluid up and run into the bathroom. And so I thought, oh, well, I'll just have them come and do my blood work now, and then maybe I'll sleep, later, because I am not a morning person by nature at all. But then I couldn't get back to sleep, and then an alarm went off, and so I kind of was awake since 4 o'clock. Got up about 5:30. Found out Crystal and Maisie did this. Maisie woke up at 4 o'clock as well, and by 5:30 was like, let's get up. So she was up early too. So something about it, the vibe was, the three of us were in tune. None of us wanting to be. I don't know why. But then I've been going to the bathroom better today, feeling good. That's getting balanced out. So that really is a big topic around here. Like, the nurses even asked to see it. They want to know. So, but that's just, I'll keep it to that. But that does make me feel better. That's going okay. And then I had a lumbar puncture to look for any leukemia cells in my cerebral spinal fluid. And so that was supposed to be 11:30, but they bumped it to 10:30, so that was good. I went on down. I took a little anxiety medicine for that because I was a little nervous and I hadn't slept well, and so you have to hold really still and be able to concentrate. So it wasn't particularly painful, but they just didn't get great samples. They do it with X-ray, so it's very precise. He went in first, and it was going very slow, and there was a little bit of blood in the sample. So he was like, it's okay, but I said, if doing a second one right now is good, then let's do it. We're here, I'm in position, let's just do it. Because he'd had to roll. You're usually on your stomach, and he'd had me move to my side very carefully to see if we could get it to drain better. And so no, so he took it out, so I went back on my stomach, and then he put in a second, I think a third even. There's 3 Band-Aids back there, the nurse said. But just trying to get, or maybe that was just anesthetic or something, but he went in and got better flow this time, but still a little blood in the sample, which that can just happen. Not often, but it can. So he did that. And got that sample. So we said, that's good. So we did that. And then they put in some brain safe chemotherapy. And that lets me, and that's in case there is any in there. This is, again, a very rare complication that they weren't really suspicious of directly. It's just because I did have infiltration of the AML in my eye, and that's close. And so this is just a really extra precaution. So we'll get results on that next week. And then I had to lay flat for an hour. So I came back and I talked about all the fluids they're giving me. I had to pee. So I'm not very modest. None of that bothers me. I'd worked before, as a lot of you know, as a sign language interpreter in the hospital, so I've seen the behind the scenes of what nurses do and how they do it, and how it's, for them, it's just their job. It's not, they would never feel embarrassed for a patient. They would never, want a patient to feel embarrassed or anything. So that helps. That's not easy for anybody. It's easy for me. I'm lucky. It didn't bother me. But so I said, let's try my first diaper. Why not? So I did that. They even have the color change stripes on them like they do for like baby diapers. But anyway, so then I had to have somebody help clean me up and all that. You know, again, not a big deal. But that was a first. And then got up and moved around. I didn't have any headache or any symptoms from the lumbar puncture. All that's been fine. And then, I should have written down notes because now I'm forgetting. It was a dreary day weather-wise. I had a little I had coughed a little bit. I had a dry cough maybe yesterday. It's dry air. And then I realized I have a little post-nasal drip. So, maybe just because I have cried some in the last few days and I hadn't for a couple of days, but out of an abundance of caution, because I have no immune system now, no immune cells. We did a nose swab, and which means I'm back on precautions. I can't leave the room. I won't be able to see Maisie or go outside this weekend. It'll probably be another 4 or 5 days before they can get that. If I don't develop any symptoms, like no fever, nothing else, and everything comes back negative, then it'll get off quickly. But because it's the weekend and it has to go, the testing has to come back, I have to have no symptoms, and then a specific department has to review it and approve removing it before it actually happens. So it's kind of a multi-stage process, and that's the way it is with leukemia, and this treatment. Everything changes very rapidly, so I can't get wrapped up in you have to try hard to not set expectations beyond what you know you can control. So with all the support and love that we have, I'm able to focus on what I can control. So I know to expect mouth sores, skin sores, upset stomach, and my job is to keep my mouth very clean and to keep my skin very healthy. And so flossing and brushing 3 times a day, very gently, monitoring all of that, monitoring any symptoms, making sure I'm moving as much as I can that's comfortable, and stretching and pacing the floor in the room, because that's where I have to be. But if I can move, then move. And so I'm really focused on what I can control, because this is a very complicated disease. Again, changes very quickly, and COVID just adds a whole other layer of that. So having all this support has helped me do that. So financially and personally, and all of this support has let me just come back to that focus. So I found a meditation. Deepak Chopra and Alicia Keys is doing a 21-day meditation. So I listened to that. So that's just my job. I really saw that for me, I'm not fighting the cancer. I don't have tools for that. The doctors, the medicine, the nurses, they're doing that fight. Those aren't my tools. My tools are to take as best care of my body while they're destroying it as I can. And so that's helped me have a good mindset about it. That, the support I have from my community, you all don't have, tools to fight cancer, but you sure have tools to support us and help us and encourage us. And I have tools to take care of myself, mentally and physically. So I really am trying to focus on that. The fight, the battle, that's for the medical professionals to lead that part. And with your support, I give them the best I can, and really wait to see how my body responds. AML happens to about 4 in 100,000 people. It's not very common. It's a very, very complex disease, so I've been learning. And you just, day by day, see how your body responds, and I will do everything I can. So my vision is improving a little bit, so that's good. The chemotherapy seems to be working on my vision. What else? Then tonight, Crystal's cousins and family, Jamie McMunn and Brendan McMunn, did a live Facebook concert as a fundraiser for our GoFundMe. That's been pushed up right at $12,000. And again, that kind of support lets us focus on taking care of Maisie and Crystal and myself. Crystal's been looking at the finances, and today just got overwhelmed with how we'll show our gratitude to everyone. And I said, we are showing it the best we can by saying thank you and letting you know how it's helping us. And so we are hanging in there. Maisie's doing okay. Today she was a bit emotional for a while, which is the first time she's ever been like that. And it could be that there was a rainy day too, not necessarily this, but we do expect, obviously this is to affect her. And so just thank you for keeping us in your thoughts and prayers and energy and light. And tomorrow I don't have any procedures. Oh no, I do, because of the test. They want to do just a chest x-ray, I think. Pretty mundane. And then we see if I get blood and plasma. And so again, my big request is please give blood. Please. I'm gonna use so much of it through this process from so many people. I see it go up there most days, and people have taken the time to do that, and I know that I'm gonna keep taking it. I'll need a lot. So thank you guys. I'll update tomorrow. Good night.